First of all, I've got to tell you, I think you're one of the best actors ever.
Oh, awesome. I'll take it.
Yeah, and I honestly, this is such a fantastic performance.
Thank you.
Was it a little nerve-wracking going into and playing this guy? Did you watch these tapes, these interviews with him?
Yes, it's a very intimidating role, you know. Excuse me. It's a very intimidating role. I'm nothing like this guy. I've never done most of the things that he did. I'm as horrified by him as anybody. Yeah. However, I also, maybe this makes me a bit of a cuckoo, I don't know, but I was able to find some sort of empathy for him, I think, because I feel like he was very mistreated as a child and had a very, very hard upbringing, and he struggled with that damage and that hurt his whole life. And you know, different people deal with that different ways. Some people become heroin addicts, and he became a hitman.
Well, there's also that whole idea that if you're presenting a story about this guy and he's constantly beating his wife or constantly doing that, that's not going to be a fun watch. At least,
yeah,
you know.
Yeah, I mean, there has to be some glimmer of hope in it somewhere, something that he's fighting for. I mean, I think that's the way he looked at it, is that he was fighting for having the good life and having a family and a home, and this is the only way he knew to accomplish that. He was very, he actually struck me as someone who didn't have very high self-esteem. I mean, he often said that he wasn't very smart and he didn't really know how to do anything else. And so it's not like he was, I think, tremendously proud of himself or what he did. It was just kind of how he managed to fabricate this life that he had.
Watching your performance, I could have felt that you gave him a little more humanity. Was that a conscious decision?
Yeah, I probably couldn't help myself, you know. I mean, yeah, and certain people have said at certain times, you know, he may not have been quite so warm and cuddly, you know, at home. There may have been some incidents that weren't so pleasant, and they have a valid point, you know. But the thing is I don't know anybody on earth who can claim to be an expert about Richard Kuklinski. I mean, the man's a mystery to everybody, including himself.
Going in, do you see him as a villain, or do you see him as some kind of anti-hero? As a
I definitely would stay very far away from the hero word. Because that would definitely give the wrong impression. But I see him more as just a damaged person that any attempts that I or anyone else can make to understand him and what he did, I think only benefits us all, ultimately.